Vijayadashami wishes and prayers for each of us. May Mother bless us to come out positive and reach out to our divine expected goal. Friends, remember all the 13 Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmastapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumuksha, Jignasu, Sadhaka, Shrota, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Gambhira, as also Samskrita Bhasha Jnata. Let all the 6 sources be invoked continuously of Parabrahma Tattva, Ishwara Tattva, Jagannatha Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana. Luckily in the Upanishad which we are studying, all these are beautiful and we have to be careful in grasping all of them. So, yes friends, the Shwethashwathara Upanishad, first chapter, 9th mantra we have taken up to the study, where first JEEVA is introduced, EESHWARA is introduced, Maya is introduced, Parabrahma Tattva is introduced. All these 4 things are beautifully brought out in this mantra and in the Bhashya of this mantra. We were trying to grasp all that thing as best as possible. Told that one is Jna, another is Ajna, both of them are Ajau, and one is Isha and another is Anisha. These are the important topics that are grasped, told. How much these things have entered into our understanding is the important thing. Now in today's topic, through the question by the Purvapakshi, the second line of the Aja, the Maya, how it becomes the cause of providing Bhogya to the Bhokta, JEEVA, Anisha, JEEVA. That topic will be taken for discussion. Then about the Parabrahma, his immaculate nature is touched. Then knowing all these 3 to be the Brahman is the moksha that is indicated. Right? Let us see how deeply the thoughts we allow to enter into our understanding. Before that, let us spend some time for our Sankalpa Prarthana. Before that, a very short common sense thought for the day. First thing we have already seen. Today, Vijayadashami, as the mother has eliminated all Rakshasas in the Krita Yuga. Let us eliminate in our life. As Sri Rama eliminated Ravanasura in Treta Yuga, let us eliminate the ego in us. As Pandavas have finished their tapasya of 13 years, Aranya and Ajnatavasa, let us also successfully do our tapasya of mastering all our equipments. Thereafter, only few things remain: Guru Upasadanam, Shravanam, Manana Chintanam, Dhyanam, for obtaining the Vijaya. The Vijaya is Paramatma Prapti and the Mukti. That is first thing for the day, the common sense thought. Vijayadashami, congratulations, prayers for all. The second short thing today in our common sense thought is, by now these few things must be very to us. Key. The total world has its own way of running. Left to ourselves, we also will be flooded in that flood of world and worldliness of that particular Kala Yuga. For example, now we are in Kali Yuga. Left to ourselves, we will be also the pursuers of the external world only as 100% samsara. By now it must be very clear to us that it is we only. We have to find a time from that very busy, all-consuming schedule of the day, of the month, of the year, and the entire life. We have understood it now that it is we. It won't happen. You and I are finding the time. Therefore, something we are able to do. By now, it must be very clear in our understanding that it is we only have to find that interest also. Find that interest also and maintain that interest. The spiritual interest. By now, it must be very clear to us that it is by our choice that we have to be regular, first of all. Hope it is clear these things now. And by now it must be clear to us that it is we who have to invoke from within. The sincerity also, nobody can provide it to us. And at any moment, from any stage of regularity, sincerity and giving time, we can go back into the flood of samsara. Full freedom, full choice. No God, no Guru, no Shastra, nobody in the world will stop us. Will come anytime. It is we who have to create that our sustained interest. By now we must be very clear about it. And by now it must be very clear that it is our efforts to be seriously listening to the Shastras. It is our effort again to do that. Extra effort of at home also doing Swadhyaya, Manana, Chintana of the Shastra. नहीं करते हैं तो नहीं होता. In this world, I am the one who is to be improved upon. I am the one who is to do that improvement. The helping aids are the Satsanga, the Satshastra, the Satguru, by providing us all data details as to how to go about it. But as regards the doing is concerned, nobody can do it for us. By now it must be very clear that it is we who have to somehow, anyhow, everyhow bring all our faculties with all their purity into the single pointedness of using them only for the Adhyatmikata. Each of the faculty and all of them put together, integrated, they have to be streamlined and brought only into the spiritual life. This is where we are now, stage of evolution. After being regular, being sincere in our classes, we have reached to. But now this stage of bringing all our in any direction only to spirituality, it is we who have to do. Then here also, it is again in our choice and effort that we have to become atyanta spashta regarding the lakshya. Spashta in understanding, spashta in the swikruti acceptance. By now it must be very clear. I have to understand that the Paramatma is the goal. And I have to accept that he alone is the goal. Alone is important. Paramatma also is one of the lakshya. Ye nahi chalega. Paramatma alone is the lakshya. Now this also is the stage we have to reach to. Process is same. What we are doing regularly, seriously of Shravana, Adhyayana, Manana, this process is same. By following this process, next and next and next stages we have to reach to. The next stage is Swikruti of Paramatma Prapti as Lakshya. You know how much struggle it is we all are going through. Because of the habits or vasanas, we have still the otherworldly bhoga also as lakshyas. So that delusion we have to somehow conquer. The way to conquer is to know that the world is unreal, it is ephemeral, it is binding. With all these dosha, drushti and pratipaksha bhavana, this side, here, by knowing the glory of Paramatma Prapti, both yaka, pratipaksha bhavana, dosha drushti, this side, swapaksha bhavana, guna drushti. When we develop, when we strengthen, then only we'll be able to totally gather our resources in pursuing this path. Like as regard the 1 hour class is concerned, for this time, you have guna drushti for the class, everything other dosha drushti. To the class swapaksha bhavana, everything else is pratipaksha bhavana. Because of that, other all things we are able to keep away and come and sit in the class. At the physical level, at attending the class level, as beautifully we have achieved, in the same way, heart in heart also, world cannot be my goal, is not my goal. Paramatma alone should be the goal and is my goal. We have to come. We only have to come to that level. इंतजार करके किसी का समय व्यर्थ करने से कुछ नहीं होता. By now we must be clear about this. We also must be clear about the next thing, that to reach to that ultimate, what exactly is the inner qualification required, what exactly the steps to be followed. We only have to be very clear about it. By now it must be clear for whom we are waiting, isn't it? So all that at our inner equipment level, still there are a lot of cobwebs to be cleared, dirt and dust to be cleared. And all of that dirt and dust, cobwebs, in the Guna language it is called as Tamorajo Guna. In the Chitta language it is called as Kshipta Moda Vikshipta. In it is called the still extrovertedness. Giving importance to the things and beings and happenings and situations. That all has to go away. By now we must be clear that it is I we have to. And for that, which this way impurifies me, avoiding that. Any doing which helps me in purifying, doing that. I only have to do. By now it must be clear to us. And then by now, then we should start our, at least packing the things for sadhana journey. Then we start traveling and we don't stop anywhere in between or revert or go anywhere till we reach to our own selves. Otherwise, continue as Jiva, doing Punya Papa, going to Swarga Naraka, getting Uttama Adama Shariras, like a giant wheel. कभी ऊपर, कभी सज्जे पे, कभी अगेन नीचे, फिर कब से कब्बे में, फिर से ऊपर. ऊपर नीचे, नीचे ऊपर, लहर चले जीवन की. Sometimes elated, excited because of bhautika prapti of various comforts, and they being endful, when they end again in that fears, frustrations, miseries, dukkha. Again, by virtue of virtuous life, punya, go to the higher. But again, knowingly, unknowingly doing the papa dharma, again come to the lower. If you are okay with it, nobody can say, nahi nahi, ye sab chodo tum, that permanent Paramatma you must seek. Nobody will make it a must for us. Nobody is interested. even Guru God, have told that the Paramatma Prapti is the moksha hetu, and they said anybody by their choice can pursue it. And they never told or insisted. See, yesterday again, third time, Vasishthaji telling Rama, after telling in 15 shlokas or 10 12 shlokas, the importance of Shamo, Vichara, Santosha, Sadhu Sangama, all of them leading to moksha. Thus, 12 श्लोक में इतना kindness, compassion of Vasishthaji, inexplicable. But after telling all of that, you said the concluding word was, Hey Rama, yathechasi tatha kuru, ad marji tumhari. 3 times already Vasishthaji said, what I have to say, I told you, तुमको जो करना है करो. You know, that feeling that it is me who has to think, who has to understand the glory of the spiritual unfoldment and the unglory, negative of the worldly life. Then I only have to choose that and maintain that choice and then keep on pursuing. And luckily for us, all the Jiva Mukta Purusha examples are there. How wonderful they are enjoying their life of Atmanamurti and Moksha. And the other example of a samsari frustrated world with continuous fears, miseries, efforts. We ourselves are example. और कोई एग्जाम्पल की क्या जरूरत है? मैं ही मेरे लिए एग्जाम्पल हूँ. अब किस तरह का घटिया जीवन आप उपाधि तादात्म्य, we are struggling, suffering, frightened, miserable all the time. Isn't it? So by now, this subject should be very clear to us, all these things. From that, again, as it was said in the earlier, that commitment, sincerity, very well planned and execution of the plan of the whole day hours toward this sadhana. Isn't it? And that's what luckily yesterday was our common sense thought, where we talked about the professionalism and dedication. Everybody is professional, everybody is dedicated, therefore they are getting what they are putting effort for. Let us also be professional, fully dedicated only for the Adhyatmikata. The more we increase this one, and by God's grace, the other things which are obstructions certainly will get reduced. Who knows, in this very life only, few years we may get a chance, a blessing by the Lord, that no outer disturbance, no physical ailments, fully freedom given to us to do our sadhana brimfully. They say, khana khate gale tak. In the same way, pura heartfully doing the sadhana, we get the chance, but we have to do it. Actually, we are in that mood only. Only we have to adjust ourselves, prioritize the things, have that maturity to be able to avoid which can be avoided, which are not necessary for the survival. वो फिर एक आध साल में वो sort out करके again saying bye bye tata to everything else. Only in sadhana we have to. And see to it that we have evolved at least to some subtler experiences. Another inner peace, whatever we call them, Adhyatmika Anubhutis, at least few of them, we must be gaining. है ना? कुछ है ही नहीं अनुभव तो कम से कम सिद्धांत ज्ञान स्पष्टता, the theoretical knowledge clarity, that only in the Paramatma Anubhuti that there is mukti, all else is bondage only. At least this conviction also we gain, that also is great achievement. So, it is all in our hands. When we seek the divine, He will provide all the opportunities, recognizing them, making use of them, and again is our maturity. in the process of living and evolving, there is no alternative for intellectual apprehensions and avoiding to those apprehensions, ensuring the evolution. That non-readiness, that reluctance, that hesitation कि मुझे नहीं समझना है, मुझे अपने आप को नहीं बदलना है, those childlike naggings we have to transcend. We have to go to that level of acceptance that I have to come to live the life at the intellect level. I have to use the intellect to understand the truth, and I have to slowly lift my identity from the not self and truth to the self and the truth. Then only evolution will happen. वो आप इसी अभी जन्म में डिसाइड करें या 1000 जन्म के बाद, बात तो वही रहता है. And for every jiva, bhakti adi sadhanas help us in molding us towards this little quickly, little less effortfully, because the divine grace, that power will help us. But वो परमात्मा में आत्मज्ञान तत्वज्ञान से ही मुक्ति देते हैं, क्योंकि वो खुद भी मुक्त है, not because he is in any रूप नाम, not because he is in any avatar. In any रूप नाम and avatar, every god is bound like you and I. They also have to finish the avatar and go. At the time of avatar, they also have lot of struggles to go through, oppositions. The avatars also mukta because they are in the Atma Anubhuti. Then how can they give us moksha without Atma Anubhuti, when they themselves are mukta because of it? So these things should make us clear that take the help of the Devatas, Gurus through Upasana, and more so our own effort, we have to slowly grow in these things. Don't keep alternate. Don't delay also. Whichever the age we are in, whichever the inner and outer situations we are in, let it be so. Let us not feel low about ourselves. Let us have the respect for ourselves, honor for ourselves. That I can do, I must do Vada. Then start doing it. May the Lord bless all of us. Happy Vijayadashami. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahanau Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Om Namo Brahma ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः. ओम मे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ भवयेव भवानिति मे नितरां समजायत चेतसि कौतुकिता मम वारय मोहमहाजलधिं भवशङ्करदेशिक मे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमसि एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि. परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकदा शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानाम् अस्माकं सह निरन्तरं दिग्विजयार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः अद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयम सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Parayanam, friends, from the 16th mantra. Can we make a Parayanam? Om, last 6th chapter. Savishwakrut Vishwavidatmayonihi Jnah Kalakaro Guni Sarva Vidyah Pradhana Kshetrajna Patir Guneshah Samsara Moksha Sthiti Bandha Hetuhu Satanmayo hi Amruta Isha Samstha Jnah Sarvago भुवनस्यास्य गोप्ता य ईशेस्य जगतो नित्यमेव नान्यो हेतुर्विद्यते ईशनाय यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै ब्रह्मदेवम् आत्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये निष्कळं निष्क्रियं शान्तं निरवध्यं निरञ्जनम् अमृतस्य परं सेतुं दग्धेन्दनमिवानलं यदा चर्मवदाकाशं वेष्टयिष्यन्ति मानवाः तदा देवमविज्ञाय दुःखस्यान्तो भविष्यति. तपः प्रभावात् देवप्रसादाच्च ब्रह्मः श्वेताश्वतरोऽथ विद्वान् अत्याश्रमिभ्यः परमं पवित्रं प्रोवाच सम्यक् ऋषिसङ्गजुष्टं वेदान्ते परमं गुह्यं पुरा कल्पे प्रचोदितं नाप्रशान्ताय दातव्यं नापुत्राय शिष्याय वा पुनः यस्य देवे परा भक्तिः यथा देवे तथा गुरौ तस्यैते कथिता हि अर्थाः प्रकाशन्ते महात्मनः इति. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारम् अव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहम्. ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. अथ नवमो मन्त्रः. Chant the 9th mantra 2 times. ज्ञाज्ञौ हि द्वावजावीशनेशौ अजाहेका भोक्तृभोग्यार्थयुक्ता अनन्तश्चात्मा विश्वरूपो हि अकत्रयं यदा विन्दते ब्रह्ममेततु. Friends, every of this line is so important, so complete to understand literally and also to exhaustively understand through Bhashyam. So, Jnā, the one who knows everything, the one who knows very less thing. Both of them are there. The one who knows everything is called as Ishvara. The one who knows very less is you and I, the Jiva. Ajo. Both being conditional expressions of the Parabrahma. They are not the ones which are born. They are appearances. They are expressions. They are not the born true things. This Aja, unborn or the Jiva, unborn or is the Ishvara, is a very good understanding, very important understanding. Like the husband is never born. He is appearing in the man only through the wife. So too, Jiva Bhava is only an appearance on the Brahman with the Avidya Upadhi. Jiva is not born. Ishvara also is the appearance on the Brahman through the total Maya Upadhi. He is also unborn. Clear? Now here also, then therefore Jiva का death भी नहीं होता. Jiva realizes himself to the Brahman by dissociating from the upadhis which were making him Jiva. That's it. What is the ambiguity in the understanding of it? Clear? Dvau jnagnyau dvau ajau isha disho. That Isha Ishwara is there when we are at the Jiva level. When we reach the Brahma level, we are also not Jiva, there is no Ishwara. But right now, because we are doing having the Anubhava of the Jiva, Ishwara hai. Therefore, Ishwara Upasanas are there. In those days of Vedas, the Ishwara Upasana is done through the medium of all the phenomenal Devatas. In the Purana Kala, it is in the Rupa of the Rama and Krishna. All of them are there. Their worship we have to do. Through that we offer our individual upadhis to them by which there is more freedom for us to realize our Mahanubhuti, which is called moksha. Yeah. Now, second is important line. What is that? Aja heka bhoktru bhogyartha yukta. From that Ishvara's beatitude. Maya Shakti only. The bhogyas are three types. One bhogya is the giver of dukkha. Because of papa karma, I deserve it. Bhogya means the objects of enjoyment. So the objects, people, situations, equipment, ये सब उसमें डाल लो. दुख देने वाले एक होते. Second, the bhogya, the things provided to us. Again from Maya is the sukha giving all the things. All of them came from Maya only. Yad. Third is what? In that bhogya, those things which are useful for us for our sadhana. So I am a jiva. For my sadhana, a grantha is there in front of me. In Japamala is there in front of me. A guru is there in front of me. His teachings are there in front of me. They are all the bhogya. They are all given to me by Maya. And with them I do sadhana. And loving people in my life in the form of friends, family members. And a very good sukha giving objects are there to me. Let us say Gadi, Bangla, ityadi. They are also bhogyavas. Have come to me because of given by Maya. Maya Shakti se aaye hai. Again because of my punya. So too the dukkha giving, whatever the resources we have. है ना? जो भी आपको दुख देने वाला है, लिस्ट में नंबर 1 स्वामी जी आ जाते. अजा ही हे का भोक्ता के लिए भोग्य अर्थ को देता है. Becomes spashta in this knowledge. Okay. Now other than these three, the bhogya vastus of various types to me, the Maya and the Ishwaratva. Above, other than these four, there is a fifth aspect. That is Ananta cha Atma. That Ananta Atma. The Paramatma, the Brahman, who is not limited in any reason. Ananta. Okay. You have to catch one word here, Vishwarupaha. Yesterday we spent some 10 minutes to understand it. So we will not do it. In the Bhashyam when it comes, again we will see. Anantaha cha Atma Vishwarupaha, and he is Akarta. That is a state of being. Then what is our goal? Trayam yada vindate brahmam etat. All the three, the Jiva, the Ishvara, this Aja, Maya, all are except if the Brahman alone, conditioned expressions. Deconditioning all of them in us, when we realize that Brahman, it's called as moksha. Trayam yada vindate brahmam etat. They are all supported by substratum Brahman only. So, by discovering all of them to be one Brahman, we are liberated. That is our goal. What you can understand here is, again we come back as an individual in the Upadhi. Again we will be provided with the things by Maya. Again with the Upadhi, we do the service to Samashti. As long as Upadhis are there. But all of them are known to be Brahman. Experientially. That's the moksha. Then, expressing through Upadhi in the world is not a cause of samsara. It is only seva, it is only leela, it is only care. We are given a choice to merge in Brahman. We are given a choice to come again into the Upadhi to play in this world, to guide, to serve, etc. All of them are after effects. Most important is the सर्व अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म अनुभूति. पहले उसको हमें पकड़ना, बाकी सब will follow. This is the meaning of this shloka. Trayam yada vindate brahmameda. Okay. Then jnagnyau ajau ishanishau. Up to this we have studied with the Bhashya yesterday. Now ajahi eka bhoktru bhogyartha yukta. This topic we have to study with the Bhashyam today. Little 10 minutes, 5 minutes we spend jitna ho sake. Okay. Here the Nanu Maharaj is asking a doubt or a Nanu is Purvapaksha. What is his question? Let us see. A very good, very deep, very subtle question. His question is, in the Advaitam Brahma, through the Maya, Jiva Ishvara Veda, how to accept it? Give some detailed explanation for me to be satisfied. He puts in a huge paragraph. Purvapakshi's Prashna it is. He says, Nanu Advaitavadinaha, for the one who does the Vadana of the Advaita Brahma Tattva. For him, yadi, for him, Bhoktru Bhogya Lakshana Prapancha Siddhi Syat. For him, if there is a Prapancha of Bhoktru Bhogya for an Advaitavad, which is a contradiction itself. When you call as Advaita, it is one without separate. For him, for the Advaitavadi, if there is a Bhoktru Bhogya Lakshana Prapancha, actually होना नहीं चाहिए, है तो then जीवा ईश्वर भेदा you can talk. भोक्तृ भोग्य लक्षण वाला अद्वैत में है ही नहीं, क्योंकि you are calling it as Advaita. How to reconcile? Okay. So, in the Vyavahara Kala, in the Sadhana Kala, that power of Paramatma makes this happen. Like me and my talking power. When I have to talk, the power of talking is very clearly seen by you to be other than me. Swamiji or Swamiji ka baat, shabd. So at the Vyavahara Kala. But when that is over, whereas this my Shakti of talking, your Shakti of listening, going into me only, no? It is one with me. Undifferentiated one with me. Okay? And even this Shakti when expresses of talk, to me the self, nothing happens. My Shakti won't bind me. I am Swami of it. I have become nothing or anything less just because my Shakti expressed. I remain the same. So, the question and answer are very deep, sublime. I don't know how to explain to you. The conclusion of all that is when from Brahman the Maya comes out, Brahman has not reduced in anything. With Maya, when Brahman expresses as Jiva Jagat Ishvara, at that time also, nothing gets reduced in the Brahma Tattvas Ekameva Advaita. These are all Siddhanta. But our goal is, right now we are in the Advaita Jagat, we have to reach to Advaita Brahma. The question is, in the Advaita सब कैसे रह सकते? आंसर क्या है ना? This is what you are saying, and you are caught up in Maya Yukta Jagat. From Paramatma's Maya, only all these are seen by you. और हम देखते हुए सवाल कैसे पूछ रहे? From Paramatma's Maya, all this is seen. Our goal is to transcend this, to transcend Maya and experience Paramatma. Your other question, has anything reduced in Paramatma? When the Maya came out of him, through Maya whole world expressed, nothing. He is intact as ever. उनका एकमेवाद्वय स्थिति को कोई खोट नहीं है, कोई कमी नहीं हुआ. He is always intact. There for all of us to go and realize it. है ना? That is the power of Bhagavan's Maya. Agatita Gatana Patiyasi. That on Paramatma, it projects everything, yet it cannot touch Paramatma. These subtle, intricate truths. Understanding is Vedanta. Are we available for it? Are we ready for those sublime expressions? Right? So, nanu advaitavadinah yadi bhoktru-bhogya lakshana prapancha siddhi syat. If there is a prapancha which is having bhokta and bhogya, if it is there for the advaitavadin, then these two dualities are possible to be accepted. Okay, very interesting dualities are told here. At one place, the Jiva and Ishwara are given with all their Viparita Lakshanas. A good data for us to hold. Okay, he says, Advaitavadinah yadi bhoktru bhogya lakshana prapancha siddhi syat. Actually, तो अद्वैतवादी को तो अद्वैत ब्रह्म ही होना चाहिए. Only if he has got bhoktru bhogya lakshana prapancha accepted, then these things come into picture. Which are they? Okay, one is tada sarveshaha parameshwaraha. Who is Parameshaha? Sarveshaha. Parameshwara. He is the Lord of everything. Contrasting to him, Anishaha Jivaha. the Jiva who is not having Ishwaratva of his own life. Sarveshwara Bhagavan is Ishwara of everything. Jiva is not Ishwara of himself. One contrast between these two. Next one, Sarvagnya Parameshwaraha. One Parameshwara hai? Sarvagnya, he knows everything. Asarvagnya Jivaha means Alpagnya. Total बेवकूफ नहीं है, थोड़ा तो जानता है ना? अल्पज्ञः जीवः, दो बातें हो गई. थर्ड वन, सर्वकृत परमेश्वरः, सर्वकर्ता है परमेश्वर. He is capable of doing everything and he is doing everything. Then असर्वकृत जीवः, जीव is असर्वकृत, थोड़ा ही करने वाला. Isn't it? Bhagavan doing such a huge things. सर्व हो, सृष्टि स्थिति लय. हम क्या करते हैं? We only do chapati and eat. असर्वकृत. So to सर्वभृत परमेश्वरः, Paramatma supports the entire thing. Samashti. Sarva means samashti. And Dehadi Bhrut Jiva. And we, the Jiva, supporting only one set of our Stula Sukshma Karana Shari. About others, we are not the Bharta or the supporters. Only एक. देखो कितने हो गए? How nice, isn't it? सर्वज्ञः परमेश्वरः, असर्वज्ञः नहीं, सर्वेशः अनीशः. सर्वज्ञः असर्वज्ञः, सर्वकृतु असर्वकृतु, सर्वभृतु and only Dehadi Bhratu Jiva. Four contrasts are told between Ishvara and Jiva. Fifth one, Sarvatma Parameshwaraha. Parameshwara is the self of all Jivas. All, koi bhi ho. Then Asarvatma Jiva. This Jiva is only Upadhi. Sixth one, Vishwa Aishwaryaha Apta Kamaha Parameshwara. Parameshwara का ना सारा ऐश्वर्य उन्हीं का है. And he is Apta Kamaha. He is fulfilled in all his desires. What about Jiva? Alpa Aishwaryaha. Little bank balance here and there. एक दो. And Anapta Kamaha. He is so much struggling to fulfill his desires. There is no fulfillment in him. Apta Kama means fulfillment. Anapta Kama means unfulfillment. Whenever you use the word fulfillment, obviously it is of desires. So sixth one is, he is Apta Kamaha, we are Anapta Kamaha, Jivaha. In this way, contrast would have existed if the Dvaita is accepted. But there is no Dvaita. Brahman is one without second. So here, the second line जो मंत्र में है ना, that Maya is introduced. When people talk about Maya, always they talk about it negative only. We have to rise above it. It has two positivities. One, it is Paramatma ka Shakti, because of which the whole universal Leela is going on. What's wrong in that? Second is, for you and I as a Jiva now, to realize Paramatma, it is the Maya only we are using. Isn't it? That is why in Tulsinama and in Adhyatmana Vaisa, Maya also talked as two. विद्या माया अविद्या माया. उसमें एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा जाबस जीव परा भवकूप. One is very dushta, which pushes him to the भवकूप samsara. दुष्ट है वो, अतिशय दुख देता है. एक रचे जह गुण प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बल ताके. गुण बस जाके प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज. Second is called the vidya maya. It is helpful. Like the Maya has three gunas, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Definitely Raja and Tama guna are binding us. But who is helping in moksha? It is Sattva guna, but that belongs to Maya only, no? That is why, to sort out this in our Hindu Sanatana Dharma, that Maya also is given the Rupa of the Devi, our mother, and we worship her also. And in our everyday 6 sources of blessing, we talk about the Maya, that is Jagan Mata, Adi Parashakti. At the Anubhava Siddhi of Brahman, Maya also is one with Brahman. But when the Brahman is expressing as Jagat, it is through Maya. And you and I, Jiva, when you need to do sadhana, that time the Maya is required. The aspect of Maya zarurat hai. Oh, hai bhi. Now, this person's question mein, Advaita means bus, like bulldozed everything. Only Advaita is there. No, he doesn't know about Maya Shakti. He is only about Bhoktru Bhogya difference. है ही नहीं कह रहा वो. Then by introducing the Maya Shakti here in this Upanishad, spashta roop mein, at the samsara kala, at the sadhana kala, at the jivan uparanta kala, the Maya is there to express. Only in the anubhava kala, Maya with all its effects disappears, merges into the Brahman. That time Ekamevadvayam Brahma. That time Ekamevadvayam Brahma, devoid of all this. Otherwise, also Ekamevadvayam Brahma, expressing all this without losing his Ekamevadvaya Sthiti. This is a very tricky thing to be able to catch. And again and again हम सुनते हैं, सोचते हैं, समझ में आते हैं. Okay. Now he is quoting the Shastras. Then Sarvataha Panipadam, the one who has got hands and legs, everything, everywhere. Then Sahasra Shirsha Purushaha, he has got thousands of the heads. Nityo Anityanam, he is the continuous being in all the perishable. Then Iti Adina, which see such quotations. Jeeva Ishwaryoho Vilakshana Vyavahara Siddhi Syat. There is a possibility of the Vyavahara of Jiva and Ishvara with their Vilakshanata. But Natu Bhoktradi Prapanchaha Siddhi Asti Sada Kutastha Aparinami Advitiyasya Vastunaha Abhoktradi Rupatvat. Okay, so Abhoktradi Rupatvat. Bhagavan being Abhokta, in him Bhoktradi Prapancha Siddhi. भोक्ता भोग्य इत्यादि हो ड्युअलिटी का प्रपंच है ना, वो है नहीं भाई. बिकॉज भगवान इज कूटस्थ, भगवान इज अपरिणामी, भगवान इज अद्वितीय. कूटस्थ अपरिणामी अद्वितीय परमात्मा, उसमें अभोक्ता है वो, है ना. कूटस्थ अपरिणामी अद्वितीय होने के कारण he is अभोक्ता etc. said in Shastra. Then how come the Bhokta, the Jiva, Bhogya Vastus, they are all projected? Means, are you contradicting your Advaita itself or what? अभी तक अद्वैत बोलकर और कह रहे हैं उसमें इतने द्वैत है. Then न अभी परतः ब्रह्म व्यतिरिक्तस्य भोक्त्रादि प्रपंच हेतुभूतस्य वस्तु अंतरस्य अभावात्. Other than Parabrahman, the cause of Bhokta, Bhogya, Jagat, some other cause also is not possible. If at all you say there is some other vastu other than Brahman, cause of this Bhoktradi, then Brahman has become Dvaita now. दो हो गए, ब्रह्म है उसके अलावा और कोई है जो भोक्त्रादि विश्व का कारण है, वो भी नहीं हो सकता. वस्तु अंतर सने अद्वैत हानि इति आशंक्य आहा. Keeping this question in mind, Shruti Mata said in the second line, Ajahi eka bhoktru bhogyartha yukta iti. And this next analysis is very, very deep. The bird's eye view of it is what? Nutshell, the essence of it is what? As we said, we gave our own example. Brahma Ashraya Maya Shakti. Please remember, being in the dual world, whether in that world, whether we are doing papa and getting dukkha, punya and getting sukha, doing sadhana to get moksha. But that undifferentiated, inseparable Shakti of Paramatma has to be accepted. But if the Shakti and all are accepted, then Dvaita will come and Advaita goes. Then how to reconcile it? In the pure Brahmana, all of them find their state of Bhashyam. Only Ekamevadve Brahma remains. This is the Sattva, this is the truth. This is to be understood and accepted. There is nothing to become sentimental, emotional about it. Although the realization is in Ekamevadve Brahma Anubhuti, before realization, after realization. For the sake of realization, the Bhagavan's Maya Shakti expressed this Bhokta Bhogya is there to be accepted. There is nothing wrong. When you reach the Brahman, here. So, Ajaheka Bhokta Bhogyartha Yukta is given for the sadhaka to do sadhana. He is talking about when the Brahman is one without second. How come all of them are there? Problem with him is what? If he has realized the Brahman, then he need not worry about it. And he understood the Brahman to be Ekamevadve. That is good. But before you realize Brahman, what are you? You are in Jiva Sthiti, and you are seeing the world. Then where they have come from? That Bhagavan ki Maya ki Shakti se hai na. That is refusing, or questioning, or doubting. Therefore, is there the Maya? Yeah, but will that Maya create Dvaita in Paramatma? No, because it is an inseparable Shakti of him. Inseparable Shakti of him. Means what? Be attentive. Because of Paramatma's Agatita Gatanapatisi Maya Shakti, on Paramatma only, when Jeeva Jagat EESHWARA Veda are Kalpita, nothing happens to Brahman. He still remains. So, these are all we have to understand. And one more thing we have to understand is, we are at the Jiva Bhava level with the identity with a particular set of upadhis which have come from the Maya. Our job is to transcend our particular upadhi, realize that oneness in Brahman, we are Mukta. अब उस पे पहले फोकस करो, उसको पाते ही all these your unwanted, irrelevant questions, they get dropped or they get solved. इसलिए थोड़ा भक्ति लाना पड़ता है. अब भगवान है, उनकी माया शक्ति है, उससे उन्होंने पूरा जगत को बनाया. तुम कौन हो पूछने वाले? See, when you bring bhakti, these questions are dissolved. In the created world of Bhagavan, you are Jiva suffering. You can continue, you can go back and merge with him and get moksha. अब ऐसा version ले लो, then the mind gets tasalli. All questions are in mind. Okay, now the Maya's this explanation beautifully is given by the Guru Maharaj here. Nahi, you are right from the absolute Brahman, that is Ekamevadve Brahma. At that level, there is no Bhokta Bhogadi Avashyakata. Therefore, there is no Maya, which Maya concept, Maya idea. But when we are at the samsara level, when we have to do sadhana, we are not at Brahman. So at that time, the Maya is there expressing. Like there is no power of speech in me when I am with myself. But when I have to talk to you, I have to invoke that from within me only. When I did not speak, where the Maya? In me, dissolved in such a way that it didn't create any duality. Like the wave, that three things. The water, in the water, the power of wave, power to express as wave, and expression as wave. Isn't it? When we see the wave, the water with its power expressing as wave. Water only expressing as wave. With its power, Maya. Now when water is there without wave, what has happened to the power of water as well as the wave? पानी का शक्ति और वो अलग लहर कहाँ गए? They merge into that water undifferentiated form. Beautiful, no? Try to catch that point. In the same way, the pure Brahman is Maya Shakti, and through it they express duality. They get dissolved, only Brahman is. That's the goal. But right now we are in the form of the Jiva in the Upadhis in the world. And what has come, what is made all these to appear is Maya Shakti. Therefore, Paramatma with Maya, all expression. And there is nothing wrong in it. And in this, there are two aspects. One is binding, second is liberating. You are holding on to the binding aspect so far. But the liberating aspect, you accept. Like with the wife or husband. The binding aspect is doing nothing for him or her and only expecting everything. It is a binding nonsense. The liberating is what? The maturity of expecting zero and doing what you are supposed to do. For her or him, okay, you are liberated. But that liberation, all experience will come. When you accept it, यार मैं इनके बाद the same. Therefore, not only I will not ask anything from now, what exactly I have to do, I will do. You are liberated inside. Because the bondage was inside in the wrong notion. In the same way, the Vyashti Upadhi Taga, you say you are suffering as Jiva. Give that Upadhi to Paramatma and emerge in Brahman. Tumhari choice. Right? Some more beautiful things, we will study them. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Parabrahmane Parabrahmane Shruti Matre Namo Tatsat Brahmarpanam Astu. Right. Join in 5 minutes for Gita.